This is week 22, 21, 20, 22, good grief. Hello! Let's do it again. Hello! Welcome to week 22 of my blog. Yeah, interesting week. Last week. Last week, I had some close family and friends around for a bit of a farewell barbecue. Given last week's weekend, was rather interesting and typically British, since it absolutely, well, it rained. Boy oh boy did it rain. Thankfully we didn't get wet, and I would like to thank everyone that came and said hello and came and enjoyed some food. But yes, it rained, but it didn't dampen the spirits. The good thing was, though, in the evening we sort of had a game quite late on of Cards Against Humanity, which, for anyone who's played Cards Against Humanity, the objective of the game is very simple. You are given a question, and in your hand you will have a set of answers. You are to provide what is the most suitable answer to the person who has given you the question. So it's very much similar to a game called Apples to Apples, but a bit more grown up, is one way of putting it. It's an interesting game, and you definitely have to play it with the right audience. You can't play to the wrong audience, otherwise they'll think you're a very disgusting human being. Sorry, it's a bit like that. But one of the other games, the following day that we actually played, we had a bit of a board game afternoon on the Monday, because we also played Cards Against Humanity. One of them was, let me just get this right, what is this one? Lords of Waterdeep. This is a game I've actually had for a while, and I've just not got around to playing. It is a very interesting game to play. You are one of the lords of the realm of Waterdeep, and you are the person that sends people out on adventures. Your goal within the game is to complete as many quests as possible, or build as many buildings depending on the character you play as. You actually have different minions or adventurers to collect. There are priests, there are mages, there are warriors, there are assassins, and I think there's one more. Possibly one more, I can't remember. And you complete quests. You score points for completing the quests, but you are playing against all the other lords, the other players. So you can give another player a mandatory quest, or you can take resources or adventurers from one player and give them to yourself to complete another quest. It's a very turn-based game, because you only get minions by playing a certain amount of agents on the board at a time. And when you're playing with 5 players, as we did, it gets very competitive the further you go into the game, and the more you're trying to complete quests and score points. It's a very good game for people who are used to playing board games, I would say, having only played this once but played it a lot on the iPad. Yeah, you play it with someone who's used to playing something like Ticket to Ride and Catan. For anyone who's brand new to board games, it's very, very difficult to sort of get your head around some of the concepts. And one of the things I would say is that the setup is very, it's very complex for a board game. It's a strange thing to say, I know, but this requires cards to be in certain places, items to be in certain places. You have to explain the rules about how the cards work, how certain other elements of the board work, how certain cards work, when you can flip certain cards over, when you can't do certain things. It's a very complicated to explain, but with many board games, once you start actually playing the game, it is very good. So I would definitely recommend, for anyone who's maybe played Ticket to Ride and Catan and is looking for the sort of the next evolution, Lords of Waterdeep is a very good step up to the next level. I guess that's about it really, what I wanted to talk about this week. I quite enjoyed playing my board games. I enjoyed playing them last weekend as well. They were very good fun when you've got good company to play them with. You have to forgive the audio problem here. The telephone has just rang. I may or may not have picked it up, but I may have just given it away that the phone rang. It's a very loud phone. Anyway, the point I was going to say to wrap up was this weekend is my stag weekend. The reason for the apprehension is I have absolutely no idea what's going on. I know I'm being picked up tomorrow. I'm not being kidnapped. I'm being picked up by one of my friends and another friend, and I'm then off on a journey somewhere which requires a long sleeve shirt apparently and boots. And if I don't make it back by next week's video, I want to blame Kate and Pete. They're the orchestrators of this. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next week. Bye.